Hello and welcome back to Alicia's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make smothered and stuffed meatloaves with potato wedges. This recipe was really delicious and easy to make. Hang around and see how I did it. To make the recipe exactly as shown, you will need 5 Yukon potatoes, 1 green pepper, 1 yellow onion, fried seasoning or something like Lawry seasoning salt, seasoned breadcrumbs or crushed crackers, shredded cheese, Dijon mustard, olive oil, salt and pepper to taste, butter, ketchup, and brown sugar. I will speed the video up as I prep the ingredients, but check out the description below to find a timestamp if you want to skip over the chopping and such and get right to the cooking. Let's get started by heating a little bit of olive oil in a pan over medium-high heat. Once this comes to a heated temperature, we will add the onions and the peppers and cook until they are softened and browned in spots. While your peppers and onions are cooking, preheat your oven for 425 degrees. Once the veggies have finished cooking, remove from heat and transfer to a bowl. Cover with foil and set aside to top the meatloaves later on. So while our oven is preheating to 425 degrees, take your seasoned potato wedges and place them on a 1/2 of a rimmed baking sheet lined with a silicone baking liner. Arrange the potatoes so that they are in a single layer so they can cook more evenly. Set the potatoes aside and let's start making our meatloaves. In a bowl, add your choice of ground beef. To this, add seasoned breadcrumbs. I'm using gluten-free because this is what I have on hand. Next, add a little salt and pepper to your desired taste. Next, I'm going to add a sprinkle of Lawry seasoning before I mix all the ingredients thoroughly by hand. Next, I will pat the burger mixture down flat into the bottom of the bowl. This allows me to easily divide the mixture more evenly into equal portions. I do this by using my fingers to cut the meatloaf mix in half one way and then in half again in the opposite direction. Next, I will take 1/4 of the mixture and form a meatloaf shaped patty in my hand. Flatten it out and create a shallow indentation that you will fill with shredded cheese. Next, take another 1/4 of the meat mixture and form another same shaped patty and place it on top of the first one, covering the cheese. Use your fingers to help seal the edges and totally encase the cheese within the meatloaf. Repeat this process for the second meatloaf. I created a foil baking tray so that I could cook the meatloaves and the potatoes at the same time. The original recipe said to cook the potatoes first for 25 minutes and then remove them from the pan and then use the same pan to cook the meatloaves for 20 to 30 minutes. I'm going to try and do this thing this way and see if I can save some time and do them both at the same time. I'm going to set the timer for 20 minutes because after 20 minutes you need to glaze the meatloaves, then return them to the oven for additional 5 to 10 minutes. Let's make the glaze for the meatloaves while they are baking. It is very easy. All you need to do is take 2 teaspoons of brown sugar and mix 3 tablespoons of ketchup and 1 teaspoon of Dijon Mustard into it. Stir thoroughly to make sure all the brown sugar is incorporated into the mixture. The timer is going off for the meatloaves and potato wedges. Let's pull them out and take a look. It seems as if the tray I made worked really good. The fat from the meatloaf didn't leak out into the wedges. I'm going to stir the potatoes around a little bit and then flip them so they can continue to brown. Next, I'll top each of the meatloaves with some of the glaze. Then sprinkle each with a little leftover shredded cheese. Return the pan back into the oven for an additional 5 to 10 minutes. So everything is done and ready to be plated. I can't believe how easy it was to make stuffed meatloaves. I will definitely be trying this recipe again. I will give us each a meatloaf and then I will try to divide the potatoes up as evenly as possible in these dishes. I will top my husband's meatloaf with the pepper and onions, but leave mine as it is. I ended up saving the rest of the leftover meatloaf glaze, and I'm going to use that as a dipping sauce for our french fries. So there you have it, smothered stuffed meatloaf with potato wedges. Please check the description below for recipe details and ingredients. If you like this video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. If you click the bell, you will be notified when I post a new video. Thank you again for taking the time to visit Alicia's Kitchen. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.